Hello there, you're watching our television. This is State of Business. I'm Pongwitha Katukampala. We have headlines. Government takes steps to implement a firm national policy. The Ceylon Chamber of Commerce urges the government to reconsider SWAT. Welcome back, you're watching State of Business. Now let's have a detailed look at today's stories. Now, President Ranil Wickremesinghe said that a national evaluation policy implementation framework is a useful tool to bring discipline in the system of governance in Sri Lanka. The President said this at the official launch of the National Evaluation Policy Implementation Framework at the Temple Trees on the 8th of this month.
The National Policy on Evaluation commenced somewhere in 2016 or 2017. It was officially declared in 2018 when we discussed the matter in Parliament. So from 2016, now we have come to 2023. 7 years that has gone by itself shows the need for a national evaluation policy. This is the work that has gone in during this period is remarkable. So I must first commend all those who brought about the national evaluation policy. So this evaluation policy will implement through this Ministry of Finance and the Project Management Department, and it certainly is a useful tool to bring discipline into the system. If you look at some of the projects that have been selected, and on the other hand, the length that has been taken over some of them, it's amazing. I mean, I have sometimes gone through one government, gone into opposition, come back to another government, gone out that government and come back and still the project is on. We took a decision to certainly analyze the spendings in the 10 largest spending ministries. We have fallen back. I wanted them, the reports have been presented to Cabinet to be available in all 3 languages when it will be presented to Parliament.
Now, speaking at the launch of the National Evaluation Policy Implementation Framework, the President also emphasized the importance of firm national policy that remains unchanged even with the change of governments.
What I must say here is that while we have done the national evaluation policy, what all our work has shown in the last year, the assessment, is actually one big void in our system. The absence of national policy. National policy should not change. But we had the practice when governments change, policies change, because there were 2 different strong viewpoints that were held. But now what has happened is when a minister changes, the policies change. So this is the biggest drawback we have. And why do we have these, why do we commence these projects? What are policies? So we first have to decide, Parliament, not the government. We must try and agree on what are the basic principles. Let the basic principles be agreed on and then get a national policy framework. Within that, policies can change from government to government, not from minister to minister. Or policies can stay on. But today, at the free market economy, we can't be changing policies as we like. We have to have consistent policies. The next step will be to look at the policies. Already, Parliament has appointed a committee which has given a report on national policies. The Cabinet has to discuss it, and looking at this experience, we'll have to take a new approach as to how policies are being made, the role of the Cabinet, the role of Parliament, and the role of execution.
Meanwhile, new British High Commissioner Andrew Patrick expressed commitment to further enhance ties between the United Kingdom and Sri Lanka. The newly appointed High Commissioner said this when he called on the Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena at the Temple Trees on the 7th of this month. The High Commissioner visited the Prime Minister to exchange views on bilateral ties and development cooperation between Sri Lanka and the United Kingdom. The High Commissioner expressed his firm commitment to further enhance bilateral ties and development cooperation between the 2 countries. The Prime Minister urged the United Kingdom to explore possibility of initiating new investment projects with the participation of the private sector. The Prime Minister added that Sri Lanka encourages UK investment in sectors such as education, banking and financial services, pharmaceuticals, hospitality and tourism. High Commissioner Andrew Patrick expressed pleasure over the growth of participation of British universities and educational institutions in the Sri Lankan education sector. The High Commissioner agreed to look into the possibility of expanding English language teaching facilities in collaboration with the British Council. Secretary to the Prime Minister Anura Dissanayake and Second Secretary of the British High Commission Shoban Latham also attended the meeting. Stay tuned for more stories after the short commercial break.
Even if they force me to turn back 1,000 times, I'll keep trying.
They're determined, driven, and often unwelcome. Millions of people are desperate to start a new life abroad. What do they face on their journey there, and how can they make a fresh start?
Welcome back, you're watching State of Business. Now, the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce urged the government to reconsider its decision to abolish the simplified value-added tax system, given the impact it will have on the function of the export industry. The Chamber said this, releasing a press statement last week. The Ceylon Chamber of Commerce on the statement pointed out that the abolishment of the simplified value-added tax on the functioning of the export industry. The Ceylon Chamber said that the government's inability to handle new refund claims in the absence of the SWAT system casts doubt over the operational feasibility of the planned move. It pointed out that the elimination of SWAT would immediately affect exporters and also disrupt cash flow in various downstream industries and suppliers. The statement also noted the abolition of SWAT is unlikely to enhance revenue and plug leakages. The CCC said that it would be more prudent to improve the existing inefficiency in the Revenue Administration Management Information System, particularly regarding VAT returns and invoice matching. The Ceylon Chamber urged the government to consider alternatives such as reverting to the suspended VAT system that was operational from 2005 to 2011, serving as a transitional arrangement. The statement said the government could explore international models such as the French VAT framework to develop a more robust refund system. The Chamber emphasized that a decision as impactful as abolishing the SWAT system must be part of a broader, well-thought-out fiscal and economic strategy. Meanwhile, the annual Dr. Ray Vijayawardena Memorial Oration for the year 2023, which is organized by the Ray Vijayawardena Charitable Trust and the IESL, was concluded successfully. The event was held at the Vimala Surendra Auditorium in Colombo on the 8th of this month. Dr. Vijayawardena is a Sri Lankan engineer known for designing the two-wheeler tractor to help small farmers, which helped mechanize the farming sector in various parts of the world. In 2008, the IESL granted Dr. Ray Vijayawardena with the Eminent Engineering Excellence Award. The event commenced with the lighting of an oil lamp led by founder of Board Pack Lakshmini Vijayasundara and the President-elect of the IESL, Professor Ranjit Dissanayake. A statue of the late great engineer Dr. Ray Vijayawardena was garlanded with flowers and a short video was displayed to the crowd. President-elect of IESL, Professor Ranjit Dissanayake, during his welcome address said, "The oration is not simply to remember the life of the late engineer, but to celebrate the lasting impact of his teachings." Founder and Executive Director, Board Pack Lakshmini Vijayasundara delivered the oration on the topic Globalizing Sri Lankan Technology, the Board Pack Journey. The introduction of the speaker was done by the chairman of the Ray Vijayawardena Charitable Trust, Professor Malik Ranasinghe.
I can assure you the company story, Globalizing Sri Lankan Technology, the Board Pack story, will certainly capture the innovative spirit Dr. A. Vijayawardena is known for and remembered for. I take great pleasure in inviting Lakshmini Vijayasundara to deliver the 10th annual Dr. A. Vijayawardena Memorial Lecture 2023 to this distinguished audience.
Now, the founder of BoardPack Incorporated, Lakshmini Vijayasundara, during her oration said that if Sri Lanka can adapt to the ongoing fourth industrial revolution, it will help catalyze the development of Sri Lanka.
Those in the IT industry know that we are in the fourth industrial revolution. I'm sure that all of you know that the world went through like the first industrial, second and third. So the first was steam power. Sri Lanka had no chance. And just to let you know why is it so important? There are early adapters and there are laggards. So the early adopters pretty much get a chance to leapfrog and become developed countries because their ability to compete becomes much better. So the first obviously was steam power, which the Western world got, electricity, and then even the digital transformation, computing, which was before this. At that time, I think infrastructure wasn't quite ready. But today if you take it, our internet, even to rural areas, I mean, of course it can improve, but to a great extent. The education, there's so much. I mean, the phone, the mobile, the percentages, market share that we have. So all this is available for us. Of course, we have to make a definite plan explicitly to take advantage of it. But this fourth industrial revolution, which has been coined in 2016 by Mr. Klaus Schwab at the Davos World Economic Forum, pretty much set the stage.
Stay tuned for the stock update. Welcome back. You're watching State of Business. Now the stock update. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on negative notes today. The All-Share Price Index dropped 79.34 points to close at 11,386.73, and the S&P SL 20 dropped 19.46 points to close at 3,228.90. The turnover was 1.1 billion rupees and over 40 million shares were traded. Coming up next are Forex rates. Well, that's it for tonight. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Thanks for watching.